There's something about film emulation that turns a perfectly crisp digital image into something nostalgic, something emotional. Because it's not about perfection, it's about feeling. Dehancer is a powerful film emulation plugin designed to bring the beauty and character of analog film into your digital footage. It offers a comprehensive toolset to achieve that authentic film aesthetic, all within your editing software.
Hi, my name is John. YouTube is more of a hobby for me, a way to share my passion outside my regular work. This is actually my first time blogging and reviewing a product, so it's a bit new for me. Hopefully I can continue doing this with the support from you guys. Today's video is special because Dehancer gave me the opportunity to try their plugin and provide an honest review.
I mainly shoot with Sony a6700. I always shoot in S-Log3 by enabling log shooting setting and choosing S-Gamut 3.cine.
Before discovering Dehancer, I tried replicating film grain, bloom, and halation effects manually in Premiere Pro. It took a lot of time researching tutorials on YouTube, and the rendering process was heavy and slow. I usually prefer a clean, sharp look like the videos I post here in YouTube, but I also wanted to experiment with those beautiful film effects without the hassle. Thankfully, Dehancer provides built-in film emulation that make this process much easier. Once the answer is added, you will notice that there are a lot of settings available. Most of them are self-explanatory, so I won't go through each one. Since color grading is subjective, I encourage you to experiment and find what fits your own style and taste. There's a pre-applied film emulation by default, but the first thing I do is turn everything off. So by clicking the arrow plus Alt-key, you can see there's enable film emulation effects that I will turn off. Next, I go to input section, select camera, and choose the exact camera profile I'm using. So luckily, the Sony a6700 is included, so I select S-Gamut.cine. Right away, you can see the correct base colors from my camera. At this point, I'm still not done. I go to lumetri color and color correct each clip first. Once I'm happy with the exposure and overall balance of my footage, I move back to Dehancer to add the film effects. The main Dehancer section I usually enable are film, film grain, halation, bloom, film damage, and overscan. Overscan is a film overlay. I only use this when I really want that nostalgic look. So going to film, enable these. So you can choose what film emulation you want. So I usually choose Kodak Porta 400. If you're in a hurry or working on multiple projects, you can easily use the presets. So going back to Dehancer, I'll just enable this film grain, halation, bloom, and film damage. So right now you can see that each clip already have that nostalgic film emulation that you want. So for my workflow, I keep everything very subtle and I usually stick with the default settings because I still want my footage to feel clean and crisp. My goal is to find balance combining the clarity of digital with just enough analog character to give the image more life.
Dehancer is a paid plugin, but they do offer a free trial. I suggest trying it first before purchasing the plugin. Once you've downloaded the plugin, Dehancer has a quick guide on installation, settings, and a guide for each film emulation effect. If you wanted Dehancer, you can use a special code that you can find in the description below in this video to get a 10% off discount.
So here's what I really think about Dehancer after trying it out. What I like, it fully supports my camera, so I don't have to worry about compatibility or weird color shifts. The plugin has a tons of effects you can toggle on or off depending on what you want. Super flexible. I usually use mist filter on my camera, but with Dehancer's built-in effect, which is adjustable, I probably won't need to tap a separate mist filter anymore. So I can just use my ND filter and keep things simple. Performance-wise, Dehancer supports CUDA and OpenCL acceleration, which means smooth previews and smart renders on my setup. This is a big plus because many plugins I've tried don't support those, and they tend to lag or slow down my workflow. What I don't like about the plugin is when I drag the Dehancer plugin into my clip, it automatically applies the standard effect preset.
So I have turned off all those default effects every time I need to color correct each clips.
Is it worth it? If you're a full-time filmmaker and need a quick, authentic film look without spending hours hunting tutorials or manually layering effects, then yes, it's worth it. It saves time and delivers great quality. For me, as a hobbyist who doesn't prioritize this kind of plugin purchase annually, it's harder to justify the price. Dehancer does offer a monthly subscription option, which is great if you just want to try it or use it occasionally or for a specific project. If budget wasn't an issue, I'd consider buying one-time payment option in the future. But for now, monthly access makes more sense for me. Thanks to Dehancer for this opportunity. If you're curious, I'll link their plugin below. Let me know if you want more tutorials or honest review like this.